Hey everyone, we're here with Zach. Zach is joining us from, are you in Utah?
Yeah, I'm in Salt Lake City, like right in the middle of downtown. Yeah.
Okay, he's in SLC,
Yeah.
obviously. And the band is Recidivist. If you don't know them, you should fucking check them out. They are heavy. Um, so I said it once, I'll say it again. Zach, I greatly appreciate you coming and hanging out and chatting with me tonight.
Hell yeah, man. I'm glad to be here.
Hell yeah. Do you have a light that will shine on your face?
Dude, I can turn my lights on. My apartment's so dark. One sec. Is that better?
Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we live like vampires.
Okay,
So we usually only have the windows open because we're night people.
sweet.
Yeah.
All right. So, how long has the band been together?
So we started in 2022. Um, just we've been friends for longer than we've been playing in bands together. So um we just we all like the same stuff, and so we just decided to start a metal band a couple of years ago, like right after the pandemic was all cleared up and everything.
Hell yeah. I
Yeah.
think the pandemic did a lot for a lot of people. Like some people, it was like, oh, I'm bored. Let's do something.
Hmm.
And other people were like, oh, this is great. I don't have to do anything, you know?
Well, and I think that's when Andrew, our guitarist, wrote a lot of the riffs and stuff for the EP too. It was just when we were all locked away. He got together with our drummer and they just like they wrote, I think, the entire thing together.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So what was like when you guys released the EP, what was that? What was the reception to that like?
Well, because it was like our first music as a band, and we were like I'd been a part of the hardcore scene for a few years, and so I knew everyone. So it didn't really feel like we had much of an audience. We just kind of were like releasing it to a bunch of friends, which was
Mhm.
cool because everybody fucked with it. So I it was hard to tell if it was good or bad because everybody was just putting on for us, I think, because they liked us as people. So
Well, I mean, maybe, but it's not bad, you know, like
yeah, thanks.
um you listening to it, you can tell that it's like it's a first like, it's the first release
Well,
because
it was our first recorded music too. It was the first time any of us had ever like hit a studio or anything. And
cool.
the dude that recorded us, he's been a good friend of mine for a long time, and he's my barber. It was his first time recording anything too. So it was the first time for a lot of us. So a lot of experimenting and learning, but came together pretty well, I think.
Yeah. I mean, and it's always fun when you get in there and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just fuck around and find out, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But so listening to the EP versus like the full length, you can really hear where as a band you've grown, and that I feel like the production's a little bit better, and just overall, you guys kind of are finding your legs with that full length.
For sure. Yeah, we tried to take a really big step up as far as like we didn't want to spare any expenses on like production because we really liked the songs that we had, and we wanted to make sure that they were given like the proper care that they needed, and
Yeah.
like we wanted them to like form or like fit into the vision that we had formed. So we didn't care like how much anything costed, or like we just wanted to go all out and just give it the quality that we all thought it deserved.
Hell yeah. So with the finished product, how do you all feel with the finished product of the full length?
Dude, we all love it. And the funny thing is too is we write so fast. So we've been playing a lot of those songs for 2 years already. So people already know them. So I think it's going to be cool for them to hear them in a on an actual record. And I mean, we all really like them. I think it's like I really like it. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I like it too. I think it's a fucking fantastic piece of work, and especially like drowned in a swamp.
Hell yeah, dude.
That
We tried to just write a Mortician song.
hell yeah.
We were like, what would Mortician do? They'd have a slow part and then a fast part and then a slow part. So we try to just do the Mortician model with like a
Yeah.
big sample at the beginning.
Yeah, well, and that, I like how the album starts too with that long ass, what is that minute long um spoken part.
Yeah, that's just straight up from an 80s horror movie. That's a big part of like what we're trying to go for is like an 80s horror kind of thing. So we literally just ripped that from a horror movie and we've got like the synth track in the middle of it that could have fit in, like Halloween or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
So what
yeah.
movie is that taken from?
Dude, I think it's from Night of the Living Dead.
Okay.
I think so. But I don't remember. I'd have to ask my guitarist, but he got together with our buddy who's a DJ and they like busted it out together.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah.
Hell yeah. So it's like super collaborative. So is like the scene there like everyone kind of works together to make shit happen for everyone?
Well, that's actually funny because he's another friend that we had grown up with. So we've known him for a really long time, and he actually lives in Arizona. So he's not even really around that much. But our Andrew usually lives in Arizona over the summers. So they're always like cooking together fun shit like that. And it happened to be around the same time we were writing for the album. So they were like, let's just do something scary and put it as the intro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So what like what are your goals with the release?
I, dude, I had none going into it. I just wanted to like put out music that I liked. And it's become something so much more than like I could have ever even imagined. Like I sent it to Ben from Creator Destructor, literally just through um like on his customer service website. And I was just like, yo, we're trying to find somebody to put this out. And he messaged me back immediately and was like, hey, let's do it. Like we'll do vinyl and we'll do merch. And we're getting like some pretty cool show offers and like it's doing a lot more than I would have ever even hoped for. So I can't even say that I have any goals with it. I'm just trying to see where it takes us.
Hell yeah, that's cool, right? Because when you go in with like no expectations or no like thresholds that you're really trying to cross and like, hey, let's just see what happens, then everything is like, holy shit, I didn't know that was gonna happen, you
Yeah,
know?
and it's the first band that we've ever had that's actually like doing something, like the other ones were just like we would just play a couple shows to, like 20 people. We would do like high school battle of the bands and shit like that. But
Yeah.
this is the first time any of us have been on like a label and have like tried to play out of state shows and tried to tour and shit like that. So it's cool to see what it's doing so far.
Hell yeah. So what is, what are the what do the out of state shows look like for you guys? I know like Salt Lake City, I feel like to get anywhere, you guys are a few hour drive to like get to another major market.
Well, yeah, that's the thing with the West Coast is like everything is 10 hours away. You know what I mean? So like we try really hard to make shit work, but like we played Boise once and that was really sick because we have a lot of homies up there. And we got booked in a show in Oregon with our friends in Bolt Cutter. And we drove all the way up there and the weather was so bad that the show had to get canceled. And so we just had to turn around and come back.
Fuck.
So yeah, we haven't played too much out of state yet, but we've got a lot of stuff in the works. I think we're gonna play Boise again next month, and then I think we're gonna try to do like a week long tour, like April next year,
Okay.
just like in the Bay Area and like Vegas, and hit a lot of the West Coast cities and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, so you guys hit Oregon, hit up Coffin Rot and get on something with them. They're
dude, that album is crazy. It's
yeah.
so good.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a kick-ass band.
for sure. I feel like you guys, the fucking you guys would have just that would be a bill that I want to fucking see. You
Yeah,
guys in
totally.
Coffin Rot. That'd be so dope.
Hell
So if you could go anywhere in the world to go play, where would you want to go play?
yeah. Good question. Honestly, like the Bay Area of California, just because there's a lot of bands I really like out there, and I got a lot of homies out there. It would be cool to set something up there. I know that's not like a crazy, like, but like I love California, and they have a really fucking cool scene out there.
Yeah,
So literally anything out there would be sick.
right on. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm not looking for anything crazy, dude. I'm really just looking for like what you want to do because it's, you know, some people are like, hey, I just want to go play this little town in Vermont or, whatever
Yeah.
that looks like. It's like, hey, fucking cool if that's what you want.
Yeah.
Uh, what, so what kind of physical copies do you guys have coming out?
So the label's going to do vinyl for us. So it's going to be right now we're on the first pressing and I think it's limited to like 250. So that's everything we've got for physical so far. We might try to do like some CDs ourselves or something like that. And then I think for the record release show, we wanted to, so we're going to play the album in full.
Mhm.
And we have our friend out here who like films shows on like a VHS camera. And so she's going to film it. And I think we're going to try to get like a VHS and put it on that and then sell it like a fucking horror movie or some shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Or, like we did back in my day, you would,
Yeah.
I've probably got, I don't know, three or 400 VHS tapes still.
Oh, hell yeah. Cool.
Yeah, no,
You
it
big
sucks.
VHS collector?
And no, I'm really not. I'm
Really?
just, yeah, like I go through these phases like where I do collect shit. Like right now I'm collecting records. So I've got a fuck ton of records over here. And my wife's like, more records? Quit buying them. I'm like, yeah, right over here I've got shelves of fucking DVDs. Then there's a closet with all kinds of video games. And I'm like, I need to like sell some of this shit because I don't ever use it. Well,
Yeah.
other than the vinyl.
Well, my brother who plays guitar for us, he has like a steelbook DVD collection. So he does a lot of those. And then me and my wife just have a vinyl collection together. But yeah, I think I'm like you. That's really all I collect is just vinyl. And I wouldn't even say I have like a big collection or anything. I just buy one when I like the album. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, so if I like a band, I'm always going to try and get some sort of physical copy from them of the music.
Yeah.
Um, and then I'll also like, I try not to wear any like t-shirts of a band that I haven't seen live.
Oh, cool.
So I go to a show, like I just went to a show the other night. I'm glad my wife doesn't watch this shit. I bought a few shirts.
Yeah.
I literally just cleaned out my fucking dresser and filled up a couple of totes, and my dresser's full with new t-shirts again. Fuck.
Well, that's what my wife tells me too, is every time I come home from a show with like a new shirt, she's like, it just looks like all the other shirts that you have.
Yeah. It's like they're all black.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise. Like, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
It's funny. I know we're doing we're going out on the Headbangers boat here in like a week and a half.
Oh, cool.
And I'm afraid of how many shirts I'm gonna come home with.
Dude, I would just leave my wallet at home. I wouldn't even fucking.
Oh, if only. I will leave almost all of my credit cards at home. I'll take
Yeah.
like I'll take one credit card with me and that's what we live off of.
Yeah.
But whatever. Um, so how long have you been like playing music?
So I started out playing the drums in high school, and I was playing in a lot of bands, and I just
Is
wasn't
that your
into what.
wife?
That is my wife. Yeah,
Hi,
she's getting ready to
wife.
go to a play. He says hello. Um, but yeah, I started playing drums when I was in high school, and I didn't really like the music that I was playing, and I also wasn't ever really that good at it. So I played for a few years, and then I kind of put it down, and I would just, play guitar and bass in my room. Like, just I would learn like I wouldn't even learn full songs. I would just learn riffs.
Yeah.
So I'd sit there and like just play like the same Alice in Chain riffs over and over again. Um, but yeah, I started in high school and then I started like trying to do vocals like during high school. And I didn't do vocals in a band until I think like 2018.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't too long ago.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was a shitty band that, we all have shitty bands,
They
but
that I
that
feel
was
like those
brutal.
yeah, those first bands you're like, man, it's so great when it's happening. You get done with it, you're like, man, what the fuck were we thinking?
Well, and what's so funny is that it's everybody that's in the band right now, except there's one member swap. So it's all the same guys except for one person.
So that it was that one person just terrible?
Well, he just had a different idea than the rest of us did.
Okay.
And we went on to do this, and then he went on to do kind of his own thing. So it worked out for all of us, but it was a funny band. I think I don't know that any of us really liked it.
Well, I'm sure at one point all of you liked it, you know?
The shows were fun just because like I don't know that any of us really took it seriously, so we would just get up on stage and act like a bunch of idiots. And we did play some cool shows. Like we played with that band Enforced from Virginia.
Hmm.
We played with them. Yeah, that would have been in 2017 or 2018.
Oh, right
And
on.
that show was fun. Yeah, we're still friends with one of the locals that played that show too. So,
Hell
we
yeah.
met cool people and played some cool shows, but I think we're all a little bit more excited about the one that we have now.
Yeah. Do you guys want to like try and take it international, or are you just trying to stay regional or anything?
Dude, I haven't even thought about that. Like, I don't know. I can't. That's so hard to even answer because like we all just have like full-time jobs and wives, and my brother has a kid. So like it's so hard to even like conceive of that idea right now. But like, damn, if somebody wanted to take us to like Europe or something, I mean, I think that would be fun.
Hell yeah, it would.
I never had any like aspirations to do that or anything, but like I'll do anything. I don't care.
Yeah. I'm I'm with you. I'm like, oh, I can do that. I'm gonna totally do that. Let's do it. My
Hell
wife's like,
yeah.
where are you going? I'm like, I don't know, but we're fucking going. Like this cruise. I'm like, hey, there's a cruise next year. You want to go? And she's like, I mean, cruise sounds fun. I'm like, it's a heavy metal cruise. And she's like, oh,
Yeah, have fun. See ya.
yeah, yeah. Nah, she's like, I'll go, but I'm gonna hang out by the pool. I'm like, that's
Oh,
cool.
she's gonna go with you?
Hell yeah, she is.
That's sick. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, she's a hippie, but dude, she's like she goes to so many shows with me and it's
That's fucking sick.
oh yeah, it's so much fun. I'm glad. Like she is the perfect fucking person for me because she lets me be as crazy and do all the wild shit that I want to do as long as I still pay my bills, you know?
That's it. Yeah.
Like I don't care. All right, I was
Yeah.
thinking about that today. Like, man, I'm really fucking lucky to have her as like as my partner in life, you know?
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
So have you say you guys write a lot. Have you guys started writing for whatever the next thing might be?
We have ideas, but we haven't sat down. Like I've got like song ideas and like lyrics and stuff, and I've got like riffs in my head, and I know that the rest of the guys have ideas too, but we haven't like sat down um to like hash anything out yet, just because we're trying to like because we're playing the album in full in a couple of weeks. We're trying to just get it like as tight as we can. So
Hell
we're
yeah.
trying to practice like a couple times a week and just run through the album a bunch of times.
Do you guys is there a song in there that trips you guys up a lot?
Dude, the title track
Yeah.
is like there's so many words in that song that like it I get so like I run out of breath so fast, and like the drums are so fast that my drummer gets tired, and that one is brutal to play. But like the rest, almost all of them we've been playing for years, so we're
Hell
pretty
yeah.
tight on most of it. But it's like the last two songs kind of fuck us up a little bit.
Yeah. Or maybe you guys just sit down and play those two songs over and over and over and over,
That's not a bad idea. We might have to.
you know?
Yeah,
It'll it'll fucking it'll nail it in, you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
I was just talking with someone. I'm trying to, I don't remember who it is, but it's like, they were saying they practice so much, like even, when he's at home, he's playing guitar, but he plays so much where everything is just muscle memory. Like you don't think about it. It's just a constant fucking constant chug, you know?
Yeah, and I don't know anything about that just because all I do is scream into a microphone. But
Yeah, but like I'm sure if you there's something that you can do to help out your cardio so you're not like running out of breath and between in the middle of a song or whatever.
probably, yeah. I've tried to like, there's certain breathing techniques that I've tried, like when we play it, but dude, that one's brutal. So I think we're playing it. I think we're playing it next week at a show. So because it just dropped like earlier this week, so we want to start playing it. So we'll have to figure it out.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, we can do it, but it's just hard for all of us.
for sure. After after a bit of doing it and it being hard though, you'll be like, God, everything else is so fucking easy.
Oh yeah.
Is there what band, like if there was a band that came knocking at your door that said, "Hey, we want to take you guys out on the road," who would that be?
Dude, I think we'd all have different answers, but the I think the one that all of us can agree on is Tribal Gaze. Like we all love those guys. Like we just played with them like a couple of weeks ago on that on Death Tour that they're on,
Hmm.
and like they're the coolest dudes, and they all fuck with the album, and we all love the music that they write. So like if they were to be like, hey, we've got like a couple week long run, I think we would probably all just quit our jobs and drop whatever we were doing to go do it.
We'll figure it the fuck out. Yeah.
Straight up, yeah. And not even because like I want to be on tour, but I just want to see that band every night for 2 weeks.
Hell yeah.
They're
That
so good.
I love that. I've not seen them, so I'll have to check it out.
Oh, dude, they're awesome. I've seen them every time they've come through Salt Lake, and they just get better and better every time. They're so fucking good.
Dude, I love bands like that.
Yeah,
Every time you see them, you're just like, God, I thought you were great last time. How do you get better?
straight up.
So, I, are they like your obviously right now they're at the top of the list for you as far as like live bands. Is there another like live band that absolutely blows your mind every time you see them?
Dying Fetus. I don't know how they do it, bro. Their drummer's fucking cracked.
Yeah,
They're so good every time. They are insane. Like they never miss a beat.
right. I bet
And
they I bet they do.
I haven't noticed.
Yeah, it's hard, dude. It's so I always look I look for those like those times with a band. I'm like they've got to fuck up somewhere and it's it's really hard to pick out, but when you see it, it's like, okay, they are human. I totally get it now.
Yeah, and it might go over my head just because I'm like moshing and I'm not, like hyper focused,
Oh
but
yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah. So who are some of the bands that like influenced you growing up to get into music?
Um, Dude, the first heavy band I got into is Metallica.
Okay.
My dad let me borrow his iPod to bring to school one day, and I saw the album cover for Master of Puppets, and I was like, "Damn, this shit looks scary." And so I turned on Leper Messiah because I grew up religious,
Yeah.
and the title for Leper Messiah, I was like, "Damn, that sounds kind of evil. I want to check it out." So I turned that on, and I was like, "This is the coolest shit I've ever heard." And it was just kind of went in a lot of different directions from there, but like Metallica for sure is like the reason I do what I do today.
I think a lot of people, a lot of bands would say that. Like there is a reason that they are as, as big as they are.
Yeah.
Um, Especially those, those early albums, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, Kill 'Em All, and Justice. All of those albums were so influential for fuck. I would probably say like 70% of the bands that play today.
Well, not only that, but they wrote that shit when they were like 19.
Yeah.
That is so crazy to think about. Like those are still the best songs I've ever heard, and they wrote them when they were fucking babies.
Yeah. Well, and like you got to think, right? Like Cliff, I think obviously like Kill 'Em All was really a lot of Mustaine, but then you get into Ride and Master of Puppets, and Cliff was so influential on those and making them more than just like straightforward like thrash songs. They were honestly they were all so fucking epic.
Yeah, dude,
Um,
all the innovation with the bass that he was doing, like the fucking For Whom the Bell Tolls riff,
yeah,
like, dude, he was so much more than just a bassist. Like one of the greatest musicians of his time.
yeah, for sure. Like that's it. It's almost every day I see some sort of video. Bye, wife.
He says bye. Bye.
Um, like almost every day I see some sort of video or post or something with Cliff, and it's like, man, I could only imagine what he would be like today. but I think Metallica would have taken a very different trajectory than
I
the,
all
what the
I always wonder the same thing. Like, what would they sound like on and Justice if Cliff were on it? You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Um,
Well, and
yeah.
Justice, I think if Cliff was around, and Justice wouldn't have came about.
Well, they wouldn't have a blackened riff.
That's for sure. To live
Yeah,
is to die, Dyer's Eve, like most
that's
of
true.
those,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. Um, God, that is in my mind, that is such a great album, even with, the lack of bass.
I, dude, I think it sounds cool. Not to. I like the production. I kind of like how like almost thin it sounds. I think it makes it sound like
A lot darker.
a lot darker, and for some reason it makes it sound like thrashier.
Yeah.
For I can't put my finger on it, but like it just sounds evil.
Yeah. It really does. It is fucking it's like dark and haunting because it's like that you're standing in a dark room and you just hear like this little thin music coming through. There's no oomph behind it
Yeah,
with the low end. So,
yeah.
oh man, God, I can't tell you how many times I've listened to that fucking album.
Dude,
Jeez.
I listened to it 3 times the other day.
That's awesome.
Like when
That,
I turn it on, I can't stop listening to it. And I got to see him for the first time last year in
oh, cool.
LA. Yeah, my wife took me to go see him. Her family, their Christmas present to me was Metallica tickets. So we went to SoFi and got to see them on that like 2 night tour that they're doing.
Yeah,
Dude, it was awesome.
that's wild. So I was thinking about doing that. They're in Nashville next year, like
Hmm.
right around my birthday, and I'm like, oh, maybe I could go do that. But like I saw them uh the last time I saw them, they were at Louder Than Life, and they did, same thing, 2 nights, the Friday, Sunday thing.
Yeah.
And really cool, especially being, 60 years old to see them play some of those, old songs. Of course, like Seek and Destroy uh, is a staple. They play that so much, but uh, it's weird. It's also weird seeing them at 60 years old playing those songs because you're like, oh, that sounds different. Like you've kind of slowed that down, and I think you slowed it down because you can't keep up with it anymore.
Well, but to me, sometimes it sounds cool. Like they play Harvester of Sorrow a lot slower, and it sounds so fucking evil.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of think that I mean maybe it is they're just old, but like they got the magic touch, dude. They're still crushing it. And even Lars, dude, like he sounded awesome. I was paying close attention to him, and he sounded great.
Yeah, but the I guess the cool thing about Lars, I know he gets shit on so much, but he doesn't play like a traditional drummer, right? He plays to match what James is doing.
Yeah,
And I think that's what that's one of the things that makes them special. You know, they they really complement each other when they're playing, and it's hard to do that when you just go strictly off of like theory. Like I should be doing this because you're doing this. Like, fuck all that.
yeah.
So what like as far as like Metallica goes, which Metallica album would you like want to like if you could only pick one, what album would you say that is the album that I could stay on a desert island with?
It's a toss up between and Justice and Master of Puppets. Like it depends on the day, but like, dude, I don't know. That's such a hard question. But maybe it's Ride the Lightning too. No, it's probably not Ride the Lightning.
I don't
But I
know.
don't know.
Ride the Lightning's pretty fucking good though too.
It's good, but it has like my least favorite song from the 80s Metallica on it.
What song?
Escape. I think that one's just okay. I like
Okay.
it, but I don't think it's as good as the rest of the album.
All right. Yeah, you're probably right with that. Not as good as the rest of the album. I think it still fits the album.
I think so too. Yeah,
Uh, did you hear what is that? Oh, King. That band King did a cover of Escape that was actually really fucking good.
I think Hatebreed did one too.
Did they?
I
Huh,
know Hatebreed covered a couple of them, and I think Escape might have been one of them.
maybe.
Yeah,
You know, Revocation did a cover of Dyer's Eve that is,
that's awesome.
dude, it's so fucking good. Like those dudes are so talented already, but when they did that, I'm just like, holy shit.
Yeah, we used to cover For Whom the Bell Tolls at like our some of our first shows that we did.
Yeah, how did you feel like you guys performed it?
Uh, Probably not very good, but it was fun. Like
That's what,
everybody knew it, so it was fun. Dude, the one that we had the most fun doing was we got asked to play a Halloween show, and we they wanted us to pick one band to cover for like the whole set. So we did a Slayer cover set, and dude, that was so fun. And I had a lot of people tell me afterwards that like we nailed it. So
hell
uh,
yeah.
that one was awesome.
Yeah, that's my jam. I've always been a big like I fucking love Slayer.
Oh yeah.
I actually went to Louder Than Life this year to see him, and it it there was so much wind and rain they canceled Friday when Slayer was supposed to headline.
Oh no way.
Yeah,
Damn.
I was like,
I
you son of a bitch.
Yeah, I never got to see him. Sadly, and I might still be able to.
Yeah, I think they will probably play another couple of shows at some point.
Yeah,
I don't know how soon or whatever, but I would be hard pressed to believe that they'll never play another show.
yeah,
As long as Tom and Carrie are around, I think they'll play at least one more show.
yeah.
Um, that's I like I've hyped myself up for it too. I fucking made the set list or made a playlist of the set list from Riot Fest, and I was just like
Oh, damn. Getting
listening
ready
to
to
it
see
all
him.
day
Yeah.
Thursday. I was like, I'm gonna fucking rock this out, and then they're like, it's canceled. Like,
Oh,
no.
that fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah. I, so it was so much. I almost flew out to California for Aftershock just so I could
Oh,
see it.
really?
Yeah.
It probably would have been worth it
Yeah, no, probably not. Like it would have been an expensive ass trip. I mean,
for sure.
God, I had thousands of dollars. Like I love Slayer, but I got other shit. I'm buying a house next. I'm closing on a house next week, so I'm like,
Oh, damn.
that's where my money needs to be.
Yeah, I commend you for doing that in 2024 when the market is as bad as it is right now. Like me and my wife we're saving up for a house and we're looking everywhere, but like everywhere in Utah, it's like because we got a bunch of rich people coming in from California that just want to buy like houses to live in for when they come here for 2 weeks to go skiing.
Yeah.
So you can pay like 500,000 for a pile of spider webs.
Mm.
So I don't know. We're trying our best, but like it's brutal right now.
Are you guys working with an agent right now?
No, not yet. We're just saving right now.
Oh, dude, let me connect you with an agent. That's what I do.
Okay.
I'm a realtor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, I'll hit you up on the socials when we get
Dude,
off,
please.
and
Yeah.
and I'll get you connected with someone that'll guide you guys through that whole process. Like, the what I found the most important thing is like whether you're in a position to buy or not, find that person that you trust emphatically that will guide you through the process, and it'll make everything else go so much easier, you know?
Yeah.
Um, there's I'm sure that Utah probably has some programs a lot like every other state for like first time home buyers where they offer like down payment assistance and things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. We've been looking into that too.
Yeah. Um, those are those are sometimes some cool programs to get in at a lower out of pocket cost, lower out of pocket cost for you all, you know.
Yeah.
So let's get back to the music. Dun,
Please,
dun,
yeah.
dun. So you like to sing. Do you like playing other instruments also?
Not really. No, I like playing them on my own terms. So like if I'm, if I'm playing drums, I want to just, play play what I want to play in my basement and not like in a band with other people or you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I like it to an extent, but I don't think I could do it like in a band ever again. You know what I mean?
sure. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Um, it's it's great when you're just like, oh, I could sit here and do my own thing, but then you throw in the others and you're like, ah, no, I got to do what
Mhm.
you guys want to do.
Yeah.
Damn it. Damn people. The world would be so great if it weren't for all these people.
I know, because we used to play in like shoegaze bands in high school, and I want to just blast beat, but I can't do that in a shoegaze band.
Oh, you know what? I bet that would be pretty fucking cool.
It might, dude. And shit, maybe we'll get back to it. We talked about like getting back together and like redoing some of the older songs that we had. So
Yeah.
maybe we'll do it, and maybe I'll put some blast beats in there.
Oh, yeah. Like uh a band that I like a lot, probably one of my favorites is Spotlights. They don't do blast beats, but they do the best way I know to describe it is like doom gaze. So it's
Oh yeah,
real dark and heavy and shoegazy. Oh, it's fucking great, dude.
hell yeah. There's that band Cloakroom that does a really good job with that too. Like they got this album Timewell that's like doom gaze to a T.
Right on.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to check that out.
you should. It's really good, and those guys are awesome too. Like it's one of my favorite albums to come out in the 2010s. It's really good,
God, that just sounds so funny. The 2010s, like,
right? How fucked up is that?
yeah, I didn't think I would live that long.
Yeah, and now it's 2024.
Yeah.
We probably got another 5 years left.
God, I don't know that I'll make it that long.
Not me.
Yeah, it's crazy. God, I'm almost 50.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
You're getting up there.
Yeah. My
You
fucking
only got
bald
like
head.
you only got like 10 good years left, bro. What are you gonna do?
Oh shit. I don't even, I won't be alive that long. I got 5 at best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a bad way to go out. I don't know that I ever want to be like 80. That sounds boring and miserable.
Sounds ridiculous. I don't want to be
Yeah.
80. That's for fucking sure.
Like shitting my pants and making my kids change my diapers and shit. I don't want to do that.
I'll be that old person that's like 120. Like, well, how does it feel to be 120? Like, I wish someone would just fucking shoot me already.
Yeah.
Get me out of here. So you said you grew up like religious. Did you grow up Mormon?
Yeah, we all did. Everyone in
Okay.
the band did. And there's a couple people in the band that still are. Um, but I'm not any longer. My brother's not, and then our bassist isn't, but Andrew, our guitarist, and Chubbs, our drummer, they both still go to church like every week.
Okay.
So
So
yeah.
how does that affect the band with them going to church and all that?
So we don't play shows on Sundays unless we're on tour. We've come to that agreement that we're not going to play on Sundays unless we're on like a big long tour where it's like not really an option. And I can't write about the devil.
Ah,
I know. I can't be on my morbid angel shit.
to hell with the devil.
I
Uh,
know.
well, I mean, if you guys have that agreement, that's cool.
It works good because we can all just write about like horror shit and it all makes us happy.
Yeah.
Not that I probably wouldn't be very good about writing about the devil anyway. I'd rather just write about zombies and skeletons.
Yeah, they're a lot fucking cooler anyway.
Fuck yeah, Satan's boring.
Yeah, he does the same bullshit all the time. I don't know. I like fuck around and like, hail Satan. They're like, what? Like, no, I don't know.
I just don't care that much. I like, you know,
Yeah, I've never been a real like religious person. So, um, it's, for me, it's, interesting seeing you like, oh yeah, I grew up Mormon, right? We all grew up Mormon and like we left. So like when you guys decided to not go to church anymore, was there did did you get treated like outcasts or anything?
No, my parents were really cool about it.
Oh,
Like
cool.
I had a conversation with them, and they were happy for me, and they were supportive, and I don't get treated any differently by the Mormon guys in my band. Like it is what it is, and we all get along.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's cool just because, you hear so many horror stories like, oh, I did this and everyone treated me, they shunned me or whatever, especially like I don't know a lot about Mormons. Most everything when it comes to like shunning and leaving the religion is like the Amish, the Mennonites and all
Right.
that.
Mormon people are really nice, bro. I every almost every Mormon person that I've talked to is pretty nice.
But you
So
you come from that.
I do come from that, yeah. But I mean, they didn't treat me any differently not being Mormon.
Yeah.
Like, like I said, my parents and like my drummer's parents and my guitarist's parents, like they just treat me the same as if I was.
Yeah. Well, but in all fairness, you know those people and you've probably known them for quite a
I've
while.
known them for a long time. True.
Yeah. So it's different from an out, being an outsider and coming into it.
Hmm.
There's always that like new guy in the city. People look at you like, "Oh, who are you?" And they stand off. And then when it comes to, you know, like a religion, I could only assume that it would be, amplified, at least a little bit, like being the outsider coming in and going, "Yeah, I don't really do religion." Um,
Hmm.
People are like, "What? What's wrong with you?" You know? But
Yeah.
then the conversation, do you believe in God and all that stuff? And I don't know. It's like politics.
Yeah. I mean, I try to just, figure it out for myself, and I try to just read as much as I can on it because like I'm here, I might as well like I want to know why. But I haven't figured anything out yet. I'm not that smart, so
No, me neither. I don't think any of us really are.
yeah.
You, we can theorize about what else is out there all day long, but we really won't know until we die.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Maybe
Um,
we just turn into dirt. That's cool with me.
yeah, whatever. Could be dirt, or maybe we're just, like I always think this is going to sound a little ridiculous. I always think about like what's the one thing that happens and never really goes away is energy, right? So like that's what we are is we're energy.
Yeah.
Something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Maybe we just blow up. I don't know.
We'll see. That'd be
Well,
cool. I'd like to explore. It's
dude, I want an explosion song on the next album.
not a bad idea. Or a song about exploding.
Exploding
I'll get cooking.
zombies.
Yeah.
That'd be cool as shit. Um, w- so let you guys, do you have plans to get into a position to like start putting forming songs for the next album? Like after the show?
I think so. Yeah. I think we've talked a couple times about like sitting down together and like just demoing some shit out. Um and I've got some lyrics and stuff. So nothing nothing crazy yet, but like I'm sure within the next, couple of months we'll start putting some stuff together.
Right on. So
We don't know what that'll look like yet. Like if we want to do another album or an EP or like a split with one of our homies bands or something, but
yeah,
we'll see.
I mean I always like splits because you get another band that might be something totally different and you guys are feeding both of your, fan
Yeah,
bases.
totally.
You generally pick up some new fans with that and it really helps grow everyone.
Not only that, but I just like doing stuff with my friends too.
Yeah,
So if I could just put music out with my friends, like that's even cooler.
I mean you can, you know.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what you're doing already. Hold on.
Doing it already. I want all my friends involved. I want to do a five-way split with all my friends' bands.
Dude, you guys should all cover each other's songs.
That is a really funny idea. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
There was a split series. They put out a bunch of 7 inches. I don't remember what label it was, but it was like a bunch of punk bands, and that's what they did. Like they would take I think 2 songs per side. So like each of the bands, the one that I remember the most is No Effects and Rancid. They covered each other's songs. So like Rancid did 2 No Effects songs and No
Hmm.
Effects did 2 Rancid songs. Was it was really weird listening to, them do each other's songs, but it's a really cool idea,
Yeah, that is cool.
especially if you do like a 5-way split, like everyone gets one
One
song.
person song. Yeah.
Yeah. Like who do you want to cover? Go. That would be
Yeah,
cool as shit.
that'd be fun to hear.
Who did the artwork for you guys' album?
Dude, this guy in Venezuela, his name is John Jansen's. He did a cover for our friends in Sacrilegion. They're also based out of Salt Lake. And we were in the market for somebody for a long time, and we really liked his stuff, and he was pretty cheap, so I, we figured we'd just go with him, and he did a really good job. Like he showed us the work in progress sketch, and it was exactly what we had pictured. So we didn't even ask him to like make any changes or anything. We were just like, yeah, keep running with it. That's awesome. So we just kind of let him do his thing, and it worked out really well.
That's super cool. I like it
Yeah.
when, you're like when a band gets an artist and the artist just nails it.
Yeah. I feel like we got lucky because I see a lot of artists posting on Instagram, and they're like, these are the other work in progress shots that I had, and I like these better than the actual album. And it's like, yeah, I'm glad we're all happy with,
Yeah.
the him doing his thing. And we're pretty easygoing guys too. So like we probably would have liked anything that he did.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes it a lot easier too. You know,
definitely.
like just be, we'll just go with whatever you give us. Okay.
Well, and yeah, he all he asked for was like lyrics. So I sent him lyrics to one of the songs, and that was like we our only thing was like we just want a skeleton on it, and here's the rest of the lyrics. So it's exactly what we wanted. It's cool.
Hell yeah. That's
Yeah.
freaking dope. So the name of the album is Madness Malformed.
Yep.
Where did that come from?
So that honestly was just a combination of words that I came up with in my head that I thought sounded cool. And as I wrote more of the lyrics to the album, it kind of gave it the concept kind of wrote itself. So it all worked out. It was just like a something that I came up with that I thought sounded like a death metal song, and then it just, like I said, it just wrote itself.
Hell yeah. So you had the title for the album before you like wrote the lyrics?
Yeah, yeah. I always try to I like to come up with a title first because it gives me some like direction to write in rather than just like having a billion ideas to work off of. I like to like have a direction. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, so just off topic for a second, are you wearing a Lions hat?
I am. Yeah, yeah. I'm a Lions fan.
Okay.
Yeah,
Me too.
that's what's up, dude. It's Super Bowl this year.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, Hutch got pretty fucked up.
He got destroyed, bro. I My wife couldn't even watch it. She was like about to throw up.
Dude,
And
I watched it probably like 5 or 6 times because I
I
like the
couldn't. It
gore.
was making me sad, dude.
Dude, makes me sad, but to see that like the gore, I was one of those guys like back in the downloading days with Kazaa and Napster and all that. I downloaded the goriest shit you could find.
Yeah.
Used to have videos of I think the Secretary of Treasury in Pennsylvania, like on live TV, fucking shot
Oh
himself.
yeah, Bud Dwyer. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
There was another one, a guy in, there was I think a group of Russians found a German soldier and God, it was black and white. It was way back when they used a survival knife and they sawed his fucking head off.
yeah.
Oh, dude. I,
Badass.
dude, it's so wild. I used to just watch that crazy shit, all the time. Nah, that, no, I'm
All
fucking
that
done.
live leak shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm all demented. Ah.
Did you watch like Faces of Death and shit too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, when I was young, like that's what got me, I think, turned on to like the gory stuff. Like to see people like they had the on one of the faces of death, they had the monkey in the middle of the table and everyone was like beating its head till its brains or till its skull split open, then ate its brain.
nice.
Like,
I
oh
haven't
sh
I haven't sat down and watched those. My dad used to watch them when he was a kid, and he was like, "Don't ever watch that."
dude, it's like some of that shit is like it really fucks with your head.
Yeah, I believe it. I try to stay away from it. Like my wife hates shit like that. She's like, I don't know why. Like she can watch horror movies and stuff, but like she like the real shit, she tries to stay like as far away from as possible
Yeah.
because it'll fuck with you, dude.
For real. So my wife's good with horror movies also.
Mhm,
Um, she doesn't like clowns, but she can't watch like I could literally watch people break bones all day, every fucking day.
mhm.
And like I'm every time I'm gonna be like, oh, that's fucked. But I'll go
Yeah,
back and watch it again.
totally.
She cannot, but she's a nurse. So like she's like, I see that shit for real. Like I can't watch it on the video. I'm like, I get it. I
Yeah,
totally get it.
yeah.
That's so wild. All right, Zach, dude, I greatly appreciate you taking time out tonight, come and hang out and chat with me. We've had
You
a
too,
lot
man.
of happy to have you. A lot of random shit. We touched on a lot of subjects, dude.
That's cool. Yeah, I feel like I talk about metal a lot with the people in my life, so it's nice to talk to a metalhead about like not metal stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I think it helps people really get to know you as a person also,
Totally.
so that's cool as shit. I'm gonna, I guess I'm gonna hit you up on the band page. Do you take care of the band socials?
Yep, that's me.
Okay. I'll hit you up on the band socials and I'll work on connecting you with someone. Sound good?
That would be awesome, man. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, have a great night, dude.
You too, man. Thank you.
Thanks. See ya.